Welcome to the Badger Engineering Perspective, where we explore some of the ways new developments in engineering can improve our work, play, and everyday lives. This podcast is a product of the College of Engineering at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. In this episode, we talk with Industrial and Systems Engineering Professor Raj Veeramani about how Wisconsin companies are working together on leveraging new information technology to innovate new ways for doing business. Have you ever wondered how new technologies, such as iPads or smartphones, might change how a company does business? Throughout history, business practices have evolved in reaction to world politics and technological advances. The concept of e-business, the use of internet and information technology as a tool for industry, is the newest chapter in this saga.
It quickly became clear that these web-based technologies and information technology in the broader sense was something that was going to be transformative for all businesses, be they big or small, be they in a retail industry or a service industry or a manufacturing industry.
We've come a long way since companies competed purely based on productivity. In the past 10 years, information technology, or IT, has made innovation a powerful approach for companies to get ahead, according to Dr. Raj Veeramani of the University of Wisconsin-Madison College of Engineering.
By innovation, some might think that it represents innovation in technology and product-based innovation. Innovation in all its forms has become the new basis of competition, including innovation of how companies operate, their business processes and practices. So in that regard, even companies that don't produce product have a lot to gain by competing on the basis of innovation.
Veeramani is a professor of industrial and systems engineering and executive director of the University of Wisconsin e-Business Consortium, which helps companies connect to share best practices and strategies for successfully leveraging emerging IT. The 14-year-old e-Business Consortium, which has a membership of 70 leading Wisconsin companies, is a valuable connection point for companies that could benefit from strategies others have found successful. The collaborative knowledge sharing that occurs in the consortium is complemented by the research and industry outreach activities of the UW-Business Institute. According to Veeramani, though, innovation doesn't just mean buying the latest technological gadgets. You also have to look at how the technology can be used to fundamentally change the way work is done.
Working together, we are identifying some of the practices and strategies that larger companies are using for leveraging e-business technologies to re-engineer the way they work internally as a business as well as how they work with customers, and to take those same ideas and adapt them in ways that are appropriate and implementable by smaller and mid-sized companies.
The involvement of students in this process through the UW-Business Institute is an important component of this university-industry partnership. Recently, students in one of the College of Engineering's senior design courses helped in a very concrete way at a Wisconsin company that manufactures water softener equipment. As Veeramani explains, industrial water softeners are a product that must often be customized for specific commercial applications, meaning that each customer gets a product that is modified to best meet their needs. The ability to provide customized products set this company apart in the marketplace, but was causing some resource problems.
Traditionally, the salesperson served primarily as a messenger, where they gathered information from the customer and conveyed it to the engineers at the company. The challenge with that approach was that every decision and every assessment of every opportunity from a customer had to be made by the engineers, and they are a limited resource at the company. As a result, sometimes you would have requests for quotations that will come from customers, but because the engineers didn't have the capacity and the time to respond to all of them, there were many situations where they were just not able to respond in a timely fashion, and those ultimately resulted in a loss of sale.
The solution for this challenge was IT, specifically a software program that salespeople could use to configure water softeners without ever going to the engineers. As Dr. Veeramani explains, the new sales process that the students helped develop will have several profound effects on the way the company does business.
With this new process, we have seen a significant change in the role and the value that is delivered by engineers and the salespeople. Now, the salespeople not only are they interfacing with the customer to gather information, with the use of this product configurator tool, they are now empowered and capable to now envision the product models which are best suited for that customer and be able to make a recommendation and essentially be able to provide a quote right up front without having to come back ever to engineering. And that results in a very powerful use of the salespeople's time, and it motivates them greatly. It redefines their role within the company.
In addition, Customers will also benefit from having to wait less time to know how much their desired product will cost.
From the customer's perspective, they get an immediate response to their need, and they're able to quickly consider the solution that has been presented to them and make a decision. For the company, it allows them to be able to respond not only quickly to the customer, but at the same time, they are able to utilize their engineering group on the projects which requires and which makes the most effective use of their capability.
Through the eBusiness Institute, students have helped other businesses innovate based on new information technology, especially in developing social media strategies. Such involvement, Veeramani says, is a natural outgrowth of the collaborative spirit of the university.
One of the great strengths of the UW-Madison campus is not only do we have a spectrum of disciplines ranging from engineering to computer science to business, but more importantly, we have a true culture of collaboration across all these disciplines. And that is essential for us to be able to address some of the fundamental research questions and unanswered challenges pertaining to use of information technology. And so in the UW eBusiness Institute, we have faculty and students involved from a diverse group of disciplines across campus that are collaborating to address not only the questions of today, but also looking ahead at the new opportunities of tomorrow.
The product configurator, an innovation that originated with large software companies like Dell, is one of many ideas that companies can share with each other. In these tough economic times, Veeramani says, it's particularly important for companies to share knowledge. Rather than sticking only to themselves, they can use collaboration as a way to save resources. Collaborative learning is an effective way for companies to validate their strategies and make informed decisions about innovations that have already been proven to work, thus reducing the risk and resource investment required to implement new ideas.
As companies deal with these challenging times, they are conflicted in terms of how to best utilize their resources. Given the uncertainty that surrounds these companies now, there is a considerable amount of hesitation in terms of taking risk. And in these environments, it is enormously valuable for companies to be able to interact with their peers, to learn about how companies are best leveraging their existing resources, as well as making very calculated but beneficial investments in new strategies and adoption of new technologies. And that is where the organizations such as the UW eBusiness Consortium have been tremendously valued by industry partners, because it provides them a trusted, non-commercial, and a collaborative environment for them to learn from each other about how best to deal with these challenges and how to make do with what is available, but at the same time to position themselves for continued success.
Thanks for listening to the Badger Engineering Perspective. This podcast is a product of the College of Engineering at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Visit engr.wisc.edu for more information and a transcript of this podcast.